There are countless ways to read books, but today I want to talk to you about how to actually learn what you're reading. I think the best way to get consistent reading in is to set daily reading goals. But what most people do is they'll set page goals. For example, read 10 pages every day. I do think page goals are good, but I would say that the better way to do it is to set time goals. For example, instead of aiming to read 10 pages every day, you aim to read 15 minutes every day. It's much better to use books as tools of knowledge rather than just something to check off a bucket list and put on your shelf. I believe subconsciously, deep down, everyone knows what they need to learn. So we're going to take that idea into our daily reading. The timer is set for 15 minutes. We're going to get our book. I have How to Win Friends and Influence People here. So you're going to flip open to the table of contents and you're going to look for what stands out to you. If you want to gather honey, don't kick over the beehive, the big secret of dealing with people. So I'm searching for what stands out to me and I see, how to make people like you instantly, page 88. Well, that looks interesting. Let me go there. I start reading. I was waiting in line to register a letter in the post office at 30, blah, blah, blah. And then you go through, you could read the chapter, you could read from there. You can read from the start. It's basically whatever seems interesting to you at the moment is what you should be reading. It doesn't have to be a chore. You can use it to actually help enhance your interest in the book. Now, for years, I was the guy who set daily page goals, and I would read the set amount of pages every day, and that would be that. But ever since I switched over to the time goals, I am much more consistent and I look forward to reading much more as well. I don't set restrictions on what I can read. I just read whatever's interesting to me. And whatever's interesting to me at that time is usually what's going to be the most beneficial. So try this out. Set a goal. If you have trouble sticking with it, do 5 minutes, but ideally you could do 15 minutes. Set a goal to read 15 minutes every day. You'll set your timer on your phone, you'll pick up a book, and you'll flip and see what's interesting to you. Now, people will argue books are useless, they're a waste of time. You're just using that as an excuse to read and avoid doing actual work. But they couldn't be further from the truth. Reading is essential to developing the positive mindset that is required to be successful. Now, when it comes to the topic of should I do audiobooks or physical books, I say do both. Physical books are great for improving your focus, and it's a very different input from audio. But if you're like me, you learn better through audio anyway, so that's why it's great to do both. The great thing about audio is the convenience of it. That's why I say set your 15-minute timer goal and read from a physical book, and then when you're going throughout your day, if you're serious about your success, you should be doing this anyway. Instead, when you're at the gym, when you're driving, when you're at work, if you can, say you're a janitor or something like that, that allows you to listen to music. Instead of listening to music, listen to your audiobooks. I'm going to give you a couple good book recommendations to start your library off and get into your daily reading habit. The first one, of course, Think and Grow Rich. Second only to the Bible and improving your mindset. Number 2, you've probably never heard this one. Very small book, but very powerful. It's called Quantum Faith by Annette Capps. How to Win Friends and Influence People, of course. And The Magic of Thinking Big is another good one. All about learning to set your goals higher. If you have no money and only have access to YouTube, some good audiobooks that I know are on there would be The Power of Positive Thinking by Norman Peale, The 50th Law by Robert Greene and 50 Cent. And this isn't a book, but a good seminar you could listen to is You Were Born Rich by Bob Proctor. So to recap, use books as tools to gain more knowledge, set time goals instead of page goals, and read what is interesting to you at that certain time. If you have any book or video recommendations for me, please comment them below and I will reply and or make a video about your comment. Make sure to like and subscribe.